We saw year to end 41,307 people crossing the Channel from France on small boats. That's a 13% increase from last year. We have, meanwhile, an asylum backlog of around 80,000 awaiting a first decision, then almost as many, 70+ thousand on the appeals system as well. Can we sort of get some answers, Home Secretary, on when you expect these numbers to come down? But we see these increases year on year. Lots of kind of sound bites from the government that we're doing this. We've negotiated something with China to reduce the dinghies. Nothing seems to be working. Can you give us an update on how you're going to fix it?
Yes, look, those numbers are obviously not where I want to be. What I would say is this is a fiendishly difficult problem to resolve, and it does require a sort of full spectrum response. If there was a silver bullet here, I promise you, I would have triggered it already. The measures we've taken already with a law enforcement approach, I think, have stopped something like 22,000 crossings. So I appreciate the numbers aren't good for where we are, and I want them to come down much more quickly, but without the action we're taking, they would be even higher.
So with all of that in the round, can you confidently say that this time next year, when you come before the committee next January, that those won't be record numbers? We won't be seeing...
We're seeing you before January, by the way.
But obviously another year will have gone by. Will you be confident in numbers going down by then in all the different measures that you've just talked about?
I would love to be in that position. I can't guarantee I'm going to be in that position. That's because the measures will take some time to come into effect. We will legislate at the earliest opportunity to change the appeal system, to further restrict the way that Article 8 of the Human Rights Act is interpreted. There's a whole range of legislative changes that we've announced, which we are working at pace to draft and get right before we pass them in a bill. That all necessarily does take some time.
Appreciate that, but given all of those measures and looking 12 months down the line, are you confident that the rise won't be as high as it is this year at 13% at least? If you aren't confident the numbers aren't going to go down, are you confident that the rise won't be as steep as this year?
I'm confident that we'll have made progress on changing the law and clamping down on some of the ways in which the asylum system as currently constructed frustrates removal of people from the country and can deal with things like appeals more quickly. So I'm confident we'll have made some progress. But look, I fully expect this committee and others to hold me to account on what the numbers actually are. And I'm sure I'll be in front of you speaking to whether they've gone up or down long before January next year.